I thought Louisville, NC State was happening on Friday, so I was gonna actually wait on the picks. But then I realized it was Thursday, and I was already too late. Seems there's no Friday night lights this week, but there are some Saturday game. Oh, wait, there's always Saturday on college football. My bad. thinking about NFL here. Okay, so we kick off our weekend this week with Wake Forest to Clemson. I got Clemson in this game. Kelly Bryant's been playing really, really well lately, and I just think Clemson has been picking it up. Clemson, they played really, really well last week against Virginia Tech, I believe. That was a huge test. They still have Florida State as a test left. I mean, if that quarterback and Florida State can get it all together, that'll be probably their last test. And if they get all of it done, they go undefeated and go to the playoff, which I believe will happen. Because Clemson is a very experienced team, and they haven't lost a step even with losing Deshaun Watson. They haven't lost a step. They're still consistently going well, and they're playing very, very well in terms of team football. And Dabo Swinney's really putting it all together, and the pieces are all working well together. So right now I'm taking Clemson in this game. They're going to move to 6-0 and keep that number 2 ranking. Iowa State versus Oklahoma. Oklahoma, this is at home for Oklahoma. I think this game finna be a breeze. Shout out to Haha Davis. Anyway, yeah, Oklahoma's going to get this one. I think Oklahoma's going to easily get this one. Doesn't look like a game they're going to struggle with much. 3-touchdown game for Baker Mayfield at least. Probably could get 4 in this game. Iowa State's not too great. So I think Oklahoma's ready to make that jump to the next step. I can't wait to see what's next with them in terms of their scheduling. They're going to move to 5-0. I think they already had their bye week. I think it might have been last week or the week before, but they already had their bye week, so they got their stuff done, and they look good. They just the way they're playing football and the way they're connecting everything. So I can't wait for them. Can't wait for them to arrive on the scene. So Penn State versus Northwestern. This could actually be a trap game for Penn State because they're going to Northwestern, and Northwestern last week fought really, really hard against Wisconsin. So I think Penn State needs to be careful here. Trace McSorley and company. I think Saquon Barkley is going to really, really help them. I think just the way they're playing, they're playing very crisp. They're playing really, really well. I don't see Penn State losing. Penn State just, the way they're playing right now, they got the groove, and I think they'll move to 6-0. This game is obviously, like I said, at Northwestern. I think this game will go into the second half. I just think because of the way Penn State plays in the first half, they scare you in the first half. They do. They kind of scare you, and then you're like, okay, Penn State's back. Penn State's back. Saquon Barkley's back, and they're playing well. So I like Penn State in this game. I'm gonna take them as a 2-touchdown win here, easily. Next one on this schedule here, Georgia Vanderbilt. Georgia came off a big game against Tennessee. Looks like Georgia's gonna win that SEC as well. Meaning their division. I don't know if they're going to win the actual SEC against Alabama, but they can win the division pretty well. I think they can knock off. I think that what they can do is they can probably knock off all the teams other than Alabama, and I think they will on their side of the division. So they're playing Vandy. This is 3-touchdown game easily for them. Georgia's been playing at a very, very high level. Kirby Smart has them playing at a very, very good level. So I'm just seeing this as an easy win for them and co. I think Nick Chubb is going to do a really, really good job in this game. So I don't see this as a big thing for the team. I just see this as like, oh, it's Vandy. It's an easy win. Some of these teams getting easy opponents, But there are a couple of challenging games mixed in there from time to time. So, Ole Miss Auburn. Ole Miss, Shai Patterson, he's not really ready for anything. So, sorry, bro. I mean, Chad Kelly was a fucking legend at Ole Miss. I like Chad Kelly. He was the GOAT. But I don't really like where Ole Miss is headed right now. Auburn, their only loss was to Clemson. They've been playing really, really well lately. All cupcake opponents, though. It's not like they played really anybody tough, So I think Auburn easily gets this one. I think what's his name? Sorry, not what's his name. I don't even know what the quarterback's name is. I think it's Sean White or something. He gets this win. They moved to 5-1. Easy game for Auburn. West Virginia TCU. This looks like one of the games of the week. I'm gonna DVR this. I'm actually going to the USC game at 1. So I'm probably gonna DVR this West Virginia TCU so I can talk more about this. I think West Virginia with the Will Grier will pull the upset at TCU. I think this is the week TCU gets exposed. I think TCU's going to have a letdown. Here's my thing. TCU is not legit in my eyes because of their schedule, okay? As a football team, I just don't think they're going to go and perform against these West Virginias, these Oklahomas. They play well against Oklahoma State. I'll give them that. But Oklahoma State, they're good, but they're not great. I myself thought Oklahoma State was a fraud. So I just don't think that they're gonna be able to sustain it all season. So I think this is that one upset loss. I think I think West Virginia is gonna be coming off a vengeance. So I just see it happening. I think Will Grier is gonna play really well. I think TCU is gonna have a letdown, and I see West Virginia getting this win, number 23. I think it's going to be the upset of the week. Not really going to be an upset of the week in my eyes, but, many people have been hyping up West Virginia, TCU, so whatever floats their boat, not going to judge you. Miami, Florida State. I think Miami takes this. Malik Rozier has been playing really, really well lately, and I think his stellar play is going to continue. I just like the way he's playing. He's playing very composed, very well for a freshman. Florida State's had quarterback problems with Blackman, and they are not being able to connect. So this could be a lost season. This is another tough game for them against Malik Rozier. They are playing at home, so that's the only solace for them. Miami easily gets this one. 2-touchdown game. Let's move on. Notre Dame, North Carolina. I think Notre Dame gets it done. Notre Dame is finally ranked at 21 this week. They were ranked last week as well. But at Chapel Hill, North Carolina doesn't have Mitch Trubisky like they usually do. They have some other kid, Chase Surratt, and I think that's going to impact them. I think it's going to impact them a lot. And so I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Notre Dame here. At Chapel Hill, I understand. But I see Notre Dame, and I think they're a better team in terms of the way they're put together and the way they played well against Georgia. So I'm gonna give them credit, and they're ranked. So Brian Kelly is sort of saving his job right now. So good for them. Good for Notre Dame getting it done. They get this one in the fourth quarter. Just think it's gonna be a good game. Gonna be a good game. I just think they're gonna Notre Dame has a way of dragging games out. So. LSU versus Florida. Chomp. Think the Gators get this one. LSU, defensively, they're always great, okay? People always say this. Defensively, they're fucking amazing. Offensively, if they had an offense, they could have won a couple of national championships. The amount of athletes that they have on defense is that amazing. You don't even understand how great it is. Their defense is an all-time great level. But their offense just cannot perform at all, and it's sad, okay? It's really, really sad because I like seeing them play. I want to see them succeed, but they just can't get it done. I think Florida gets it done in the third quarter. Florida goes on a huge offensive run, and they win this game. It's a blowout, and then they do what they do defensively, get all the stops, play well, and they get it done. So Florida wins that game. And they continue being ranked and move to 4-1. Sorry about that cutoff. Maryland versus Ohio State. Ohio State gets it done. Maryland, J.T. Barrett, J.K. Dobbins, another big game. I think Paris Campbell will catch a touchdown or two. It's a big game. And I just I see it going down. I see Maryland going down. Ohio State's gonna move to 5-1. Easy win, in conference, just cupcake games, Oregon State, USC, the Trojans are going to get this one. A huge loss last week for them, under the bright lights of college football. I didn't expect them to lose, but maybe they'll learn because, all that inexperience and, just maybe that loss was good for them. Maybe they never lose again, win the Pac-12 somehow. Who knows? College football is long, so it is, it is a game where you have to wait it out and, just sort of, go with the flow, So I like USC in this game. I think they'll bounce back. They've been playing well lately, so I really like the way that's, working itself out. So I'm picking USC, and I think it'll be a blowout. I think Ronald Jones will go off, Darnold's go off. I'm going to this game. I hope it'll be fun. The first game I went to was fun with Western Michigan. I hope this one's fun. So we'll see. Coming in at the first 4:15 slot, Alabama, Texas A&M on ESPN. Alabama's gonna run over Texas A&M like they ran over like things run over stuff. If they're gonna run it over, like you get run over by a car. It's gonna be really, really bad. Oh, I can't believe this game's like College Station. Those poor little things are gonna get killed. It's gonna be like 60-0, maybe 70-0. That's all I want to say about that game. I'm not gonna go in depth about it. Virginia Tech, Boston College. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Fucking Christ. Virginia Tech gets it done. Good. I can't even say Boston College. Solid. Virginia Tech gets it done. Next. Easy game. 3-touchdown game. They play well. Josh Jackson, they recover. Move to 5-1. Let's go. Next game. Michigan State. Michigan. Up in Ann Arbor. I got Michigan. Even though John O'Corn is playing, and there's upset potential in this game because of John O'Corn playing, I just see Michigan's defense is very, very, very superior. So I'm going to take Michigan. I just think they're a lot better. And I know you can kill me in the comments all you want to. John O'Corn's not, experienced. Send in the hate. I've been getting a lot of hate lately, especially for that TCU video, that Kareem Hunt video. But they're just my opinions, man. You don't have to agree with me. You can argue with me, but you can't convince me that I'm wrong. Because I don't think that's going to work well. So I wouldn't do it. Michigan gets it done. They win. 2-touchdown game. Michigan State's not really playing well. They lost a lot of players, and ever since they've just sort of been trying to recover. They've been bowl teams. I'll be damned if they make a bowl game this year. But yeah, Wisconsin, Nebraska. Man, I'm a huge Nebraska fan. I would love to pick Nebraska. But even last year, when we were supposed to be, good with Tommy, and we choked in that game in overtime. I think we lose this game in regulation. Yeah, I think we're going to get screwed in this game. Nebraska's good. Nebraska, we're rebuilding right now. Wisconsin, defensively superior, have a lot of good defensive players. Wisconsin, Alex Hornibrook as well at quarterback. This game's in Lincoln, Nebraska. Got a lit crowd down there. Great fans, and great game, great atmosphere. And in general, a lot of people have been talking about that. Even Washington State's coach knows about it. Great atmosphere. That I don't think that changes anything. Not in this game, at least. I see Nebraska, and I see them winning this game. Not Nebraska. I see Wisconsin, and I see them being, superior. See, even when I'm talking, my words get twisted when I'm trying to do this game. Wisconsin wins, 3-touchdown game, easy defensively. Defensively, they get it done. Offensively, they get it done. Easy win for them. Washington State, Oregon. It's going to be I think this is going to be a test for Washington State to not let down on that huge USC upset on Friday night. I think Washington State, they have a good coach. I love that coach dude is really, really good. And I think he's going to keep them prepared. I think Oregon's going to come out guns blazing. I think Oregon's going to play really well offensively. Royce Freeman's going to play well. I think Oregon's going to prove in this game why they have good athletes. I'm not sucking up to Oregon or anything. I do think they are, not at that level that they should be. They have more potential in terms of a football team. I don't know why they're losing to Arizona State and stuff. Terrible, losses for them. Anyway, Washington State, they even moved it up to 11 this week. But yeah, I think Washington State's gonna beat Oregon. Probably gonna be I think it's gonna be close. Gonna be a 10-point game. I think all 10 points It could be 10-0 in the fourth quarter. I think Washington State is going to pull away probably towards the beginning of the fourth quarter. I like Washington State's scheme, the way they run plays. They're very balanced and organized, and Oregon's kind of all over the place. Even with Chip Kelly, though, the all over the place worked. But now with this new guy, I don't see it working. And the quarterback, Justin Herbert, it's not great. So with the Pac-12 being wide open, now that USC, the title contender, has been knocked over, and Washington probably is probably the only legit guy down there. So I'm rolling with Washington State in this game. I really like the way Luke Falk plays. He plays like an NFL quarterback, and I take them. UCF Cincinnati. Surprised UCF is ranked in the American. I haven't seen either one of these teams. I don't know who any of these people are, so I'm just going to say UCF and move on. Because UCF is the one that's ranked, and I think Cincinnati's not good because they lost the game. UCF wins. Let's move on. Stanford, Utah. Utah was really, really good last year, knocking off USC at home. That was one of Sam Darnold's only losses as a starter. And then they went on and won 10 games and went to the Rose Bowl. But I think Utah takes this game against Stanford. I see Utah as a good team. So I think Utah is going to surprise. I think it's time for Brian Shaw to come to the NFL. I don't think with this quarterback it's really working. You know, USC's defense is a little weak, so maybe it looked like on USC maybe they look good. But maybe I think the quarterback play is just weak, and nothing's really, besides that, nothing really is working. So I'm just going to, gonna go with my instinct here and pick Utah because I think Utah is gonna play a lot better. So yeah, I think Utah's beating Stanford, and Stanford's they're gonna move to 5-0. I think Utah's gonna be another tough game for Pac-12 opponent. It's gonna be a tough game for Washington. I can't wait to see Utah versus Washington. I think Utah's a solid team, so you can never really count them out of the equation. California, Washington at Husky Stadium. Cal committed a lot of turnovers against USC. And I think they'll commit a lot of turnovers in this game. Jake Browning is really, really good. 5-touchdown game for him. This game finna be a breeze for Washington. Gonna be an easy win. So that's all I want to say about that one. These games are trash, so you can't really say much about them, right? San Diego State, UNLV. San Diego State's gonna get this one. Rashad Penny's gonna continue rushing well. Christian Chapman's going to be good. So I just think, this game's in Las Vegas in UNLV. So yeah, I see this as a San Diego State win. San Diego State's going to go 6-0. They're playing really, really well. Good football. Who knows? They could win the Mountain West this year. Who knows? So very intriguing. I don't know if you can call this intriguing. There's a couple of matchups sprinkled in this week. Not a terrible week. Utah Stanford will be intriguing, I feel like. Washington State Oregon will be another one of those upset games. Let me go up a little bit here. I think West Virginia TCU. So I think other than those two games, Penn State Northwestern. There are like 3 or 4 games that are good this week. But other than that, it looks like a shit week. But there's some games in certain slots that might make this week, a little bit enjoyable. So we'll see. It's always different with college football every week. We're already on to week 6. Feels like college football just started, and we're on week 6. God damn. We're already super in. Damn. Can't wait for this week. Hope to see some crazy upsets. And I will see you next week with the week 7 picks.